Welcome back to SwissWatchExpo. Today I have my favorite chronograph timepiece that we have in our inventory, so stay tuned. Welcome back to SwissWatchExpo. Jason here, and today we're going over one of my favorite chronograph timepieces that we have in our inventory here. Now, we've all heard of like the Rolex Daytonas or the Omega Speedmasters. Those are some of the top chronograph watches that are out on the market. But I feel like this Zenith Chronomaster here is one of the most slept on pieces with some of the best movements that you can actually find on a nice timepiece here. And especially since Rolex actually used some of Zenith's movements back in the 90s, I do put them pretty much at the top of the line when it comes to the caliber of their timepieces here. And today we have a really exceptional timepiece. This is a limited edition timepiece here from Zenith. It's the Zenith Chronomaster, and this is the beautiful pink dial, and this was limited to only about 500 pieces here. And when this was available at the authorized dealers, the proceeds did go to the Susan G. Komen Foundation for Breast Cancer Awareness, so it was released in the month of October for breast cancer awareness. So there's just a lot to love about this timepiece here because it does contribute to a great cause. So for someone that is looking for something with a really nice bright colored dial, or this is kind of true to home to you, maybe you have a loved one that you want to support by getting a watch like this, I think it's really nice and something that you'll be proud to wear on your wrist here. But again, one of my favorite chronograph timepieces here, just because there is so much to love about it. Number one, you do have this really beautiful pink dial that's just not too bright in your face, but it does have a nice pop of color. So if you are interested in putting something into your collection that maybe is a little bit different from the blues and the blacks and the whites that you see, this is a really nice timepiece, especially maybe for the summertime if you want to have that little bit of pop of color there, which is really nice. But one thing I really appreciate about this one here is that they did make sure that the subdials are also kind of like a light pink color, so you kind of get this monochromatic color tone to the dial itself, which I think is just a really nice touch. You do have a 41 millimeter case size, which I think is a perfect size, especially for a chronograph timepiece here. And it does feature Zenith's El Primero 3600 caliber here, so it's going to give you a really nice power reserve of 60 hours. So as long as you give it a full power reserve, you don't really have to frequently wind this watch because of the 60-hour power reserve, which I think is really great. You do also have the high frequency of the 36,000 vibrations per hour on this timepiece, which is going to keep a really accurate time and a really exceptional accuracy when it comes to the chronograph function, with about 1/10 of a second accuracy, which is just really quite amazing, especially for the price points that you see these at. It's almost half the price of a Rolex Daytona. So I feel like with something like this, it's just a really exceptional value, something that I just really love and appreciate when a watch company is able to add and pack in so much value into a watch and keeping the price point relatively low in the grand scheme of things. I think this is a fantastic piece. Moving on to the bracelet here, you do have a really nice stainless steel bracelet. Of course, you have your center links that are high polished, brush finished side links. So again, it gives you some really nice definition to the overall bracelet itself. And then of course, when you look at the back of the case here, you do have that beautiful open case back. I do feel like Zenith does a really great job with their plates because they add their logo with the star in there, which I think is just really cool, just a really nice touch. And then on the back of the case, you will have 1 of 500 on there with pink October engraved on the back as well. They don't number it as far as like which number out of 500. They're just going to say 1 of 500. So still makes it a very special timepiece. And especially with how exclusive that there's only 500 pieces of these made out there on the industry, I think it's a really cool timepiece that you can add to your collection here. But the great thing about the Zenith Chronomasters is they come in all different color combinations. So if the pink is really not your flavor, they do come in other different color combinations too, which I think are really great. Some that look really close to a Rolex Daytona, some that looks almost like a Submariner Hulk. So you have some really great options when it comes to these Chronomasters. So check these out here at SwissWatchExpo.com. We do have a few of these available, and stay tuned until next time.